This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS Radio. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2017. Corey Prescott reporting for CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio-video coverage for the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics had little time to dwell on Sunday's last-second defeat against the previously 20-win Phoenix Suns with a nationally televised matchup against a fully healthy Los Angeles Clippers team, playing in the same arena as Friday night when they drubbed the Lakers by 20 points. The Celtics built up a lead as high as 13 points well into the third quarter against the Clips, missing Al Horford, out for a second straight game with a sprained elbow, and Jonas Jerebko, who was out with the flu, in addition to Avery Bradley still working his way back from his own Achilles injury. The Celtics were playing short-handed, already considered a weakness of the team. The Celtics front court was even thinner than usual without the services of Horford and Jerebko, and going against the physical duo of Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. The Celtics knew they had their hands full. After building as much as a 13-point lead midway through the third quarter, the Clippers went on a soul-crushing 41-14 run over the course of an 11-minute stretch into the fourth quarter, effectively closing out the game. The Celtics let scoring guard Jamal Crawford get rolling as he poured in 17 of his 19 points in the second half, and the team's lack of size eventually came back to hurt them against a tandem of Griffin and Jordan, who were able to get to the rim untouched in the second half, seeing his team lose a second straight game in which they owned a double-digit lead, as the Celtics held as high as an 11-point lead in Phoenix on Sunday. Isaiah Thomas was none too pleased with the effort from everyone after Monday's loss. Said Thomas, quote, "It's just the way we lost tonight was unacceptable. We lost the game in the last 15 minutes of the game. We played a really good game up until the last 15 minutes, and that's the players' fault, the coach's fault, that's everybody in this locker room's fault. We could have done a lot better." End quote. With the absences of Horford and Jerebko, coupled with the ineffectiveness of Tyler Zeller and the inexperience of Jordan Mickey, Brad Stevens was forced to dive deep into lineup exploration, even having to resort to play Jay Crowder as the nominal center. The desperation misfired as the Clippers went on a 22-5 run to end the third quarter before putting up 41 total points in the fourth. Likely perturbed over losing two straight games in which they held a double-digit lead 2 days in a row, Thomas seemed to express dissatisfaction with how both games may have been handled. Added Thomas, quote, "We should have won this game. We should have won Sunday night in Phoenix. We can't be experimenting in game 63. End quote. This isn't the first time Thomas has brought out his frustrations with playing time and rotations during post-game interviews with the press, as he expressed a similar distaste after the Celtics' November 18th loss to the Golden State Warriors, a game in which Thomas watched the fourth quarter from the bench as the Warriors pulled away from the Celtics. The Celtics have an off day before traveling to the difficult Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, to face those same Warriors who held the Celtics to a season-low 88 points. Thomas and Stevens will have plenty of time to discuss strategy against one of the NBA's premier teams in Golden State, as well as clear the air on any misunderstandings the two might have as the Celtics chase the Cleveland Cavaliers for the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference and try to hold off the Washington Wizards and Toronto Raptors for the number 2 seed they currently hold. The Celtics are currently 3 games behind the Cavs and are 1.5 games ahead of the Wizards and 2.5 games ahead of the Raptors. Andrew Bogut was previously regarded as a consolation prize for Celtics fans clamoring for activity at the trade deadline. When Bogut reached a buyout agreement with the team he was traded to, the Philadelphia 76ers, Bogut's final 2 choices eventually came down to Cleveland and Boston, with the hopes of clashing against his former team, Golden State, in the NBA Finals, as well as Cleveland's higher title odds over Boston's. The Aussie center signed on with the Cavaliers for the remainder of the season. The former number 1 overall pick season, however, appears finished just as it began with the Cavs. Making his Cavalier debut last night against the Heat, Bogut broke his left tibia 1 minute into his debut. The 7-footer went out to contest a Heat shot out on the perimeter and landed awkwardly, breaking his left leg according to reports. Bogut has battled various injuries throughout his entire 11-season NBA career, but they appear to be piling up even more frequently as he advances into his early 30s. Bogut's NBA Finals injury last season with the Warriors played a pivotal role in Golden State's loss, and after being picked up by the Mavericks in a trade for the Warriors to clear cap space in order to sign Kevin Durant, Bogut appeared in just 26 of a possible 56 games with the Mavericks before being jettisoned to Philadelphia at the trade deadline. Despite losing a depth piece in Bogut and being without Kevin Love and J.R. Smith for an extended period of time, the Cavs still have the depth and pieces to make them the favorites coming out of the East. With the Celtics off tonight before facing the Warriors tomorrow night in a much-anticipated matchup, there are 3 games on a light NBA schedule tonight. A night after seeing their game postponed in Minnesota due to condensation on the court, Portland travels to Oklahoma City, the Lakers visit the Mavericks, and a few nights after taking care of the Celtics themselves, the Suns can do the Celtics a favor by beating the Wizards tonight. Celtics newsfeed is being powered by the SeatGeek ticketing app, the smartest and easiest way to buy and sell sports and concert tickets. Get a $20 rebate on your first purchase by downloading the free SeatGeek app to your phone. Go to the settings tab and click add a promo code and enter the code CELTSNEWS. That's CELTS News, all one word, for a $20 rebate, and so SeatGeek knows who sent you. To stay up to speed on the 17-time world champions, follow CLNSradio.com on Twitter at CLNS Radio. Be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Radio mobile podcast app. This has been Corey Prescott for Celtics Newsfeed.